So Nike finally released their trailer for Caitlin Clark's sneaker.
At long last, after months of watching Nike mishandle their golden goose, they've finally done something that actually makes sense. Caitlin Clark just landed the commercial she's always deserved. And oh man, the haters are absolutely losing it. The tears are flowing, the keyboards are on fire, and the salt in the air could put the Dead Sea to shame.
Already, I'm pretty sure you have. Nike has released a new Caitlin Clark commercial, and they made it their business to show love and show out for none other than CC. Now, we know fans has definitely been in odds with the company ever since signing Caitlin Clark. A lot of people feel as if they put Caitlin Clark on the back burner. I don't know, man. I'm a Nike fan. I know a lot of people going to disagree with me on this, but I think Nike was strategic with their growth. People could be mad about it or feel whatever way they feel about it. But one thing I can tell you is that I feel as if they were...
Nike just released that Kobe-inspired spot for Caitlin's new PEs, and it's like they finally remembered why they signed the most electrifying player in the game. This is the woman who single-handedly hauled women's basketball into the spotlight, packing arenas as if she's handing out stacks of cash. And at last, she's got an ad that matches her unstoppable vibe. Meanwhile, the critics, they're absolutely seething.
And Nike are officially dropping Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever player-exclusive Kobe 5s in just a couple weeks. So this shoe was first seen being worn by Caitlin and was thought to be a colorway made just for her up until just a couple days ago, where Nike's official images of the shoes got leaked and the announcement was made saying that everyone will...
Let's talk about what Nike just dropped. This isn't merely a commercial, it's a declaration. When Caitlin sinks into that chair, laces up those Kobe 5s, and her eyes transform into those cold, reptilian slits, channeling pure Mamba mentality, Nike's sending a crystal clear message. This is who runs the league now. The visual effects, the cinematography, the entire atmosphere. It's top tier. It's the kind of high-caliber spotlight reserved for superstars. Not the leftovers women's basketball has been fed for decades.
We got something for Caitlin. We got Mamba Caitlin. We got Mamba Caitlin. Where is the Mamba Caitlin? There we go. We have the Mamba logo. We have Caitlin on demon time right now. But yeah, it's good to note that they finally announced it as a Caitlin logo.
And right on cue, here come the usual suspects, crawling out of their caves to complain. Why is she getting all this attention? What about the other players? Isn't this too much for a second-year pro? It's the same tired chorus they've been chanting since the day Caitlin stepped onto a professional court. The truth is staring them straight in the face, but they refuse to acknowledge it. Caitlin Clark is the face of women's basketball, and Nike finally had the guts to market her that way.
People felt the type of way, about Caitlin Clark getting these PE shoes. A lot of people felt as if she should have her own signature shoe, which she should. She very should. But guys, I don't think there's any player that got a Kobe PE, bro. Like, do y'all know who Kobe was in the basketball world, bro? I'm just saying, like, Kobe didn't allow, even his family, I'm pretty sure, it's not just going to give his signature shoe to just anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like other NBA players.
You know what the best part is? Those shoes sold out in 5 minutes. 5. People were camped on the Nike SNKRS app like it was a Travis Scott drop. The $190 retail price vanished before most could even hit refresh. Within 2 hours, they were flipping on eBay for $375, and by day's end, stocked had them averaging $365, with some pairs climbing all the way to $800. That's not manufactured hype. That's the Caitlin Clark effect. Plain and simple.
These things is some fire. I'm telling you, where there's smoke, there is fire, and these things is hitting so hard. And who got a bot? Who a shoe plug? Because I need 2 pairs. I need one for the sneaker wall, and I need one for my feet, because these things is hitting right here, and no, I don't want to pay $600.
If you're enjoying this, go ahead and subscribe. Meanwhile, the critics are fuming because Nike finally acknowledged what the numbers have been shouting for over a year. This is the player who pushed WNBA viewership to its highest point in 24 years. The league averaged 657,000 viewers per game, and 19 of the 22 matchups that broke 1 million viewers featured Caitlyn's Indiana Fever. She didn't just move the needle, she snapped it off and sent it into orbit. But let's get to the elephant in the room that's got everyone so bent out of shape. For months, Nike took heat for dragging their feet on Caitlyn while putting the spotlight on A'ja Wilson's signature shoe.
So it's finally here. Caitlin Clark sneakers from Nike is finally dropping. She was signed to them last year, and the sneakers is a year late in my opinion, but nonetheless I'm excited because these sneakers is finally coming out. But what does annoy me a little bit is that this is a collaboration with Kobe. Now, Kobe, respect to Kobe, the legend, rest in peace, great basketball player. But in my opinion, Caitlin Clark is a big enough star and she's creating her own legacy. So I feel like, at least for her first sneaker, it shouldn't be a collaboration with any other player, dead or alive, in my opinion. I feel like Caitlin should have, for her first shoe, had her own original design just for her.
The A'ja versus Caitlyn debate got ugly fast, with people making it about everything except what it was: business. Nike took heat from ex-employees like Jordan Rogers, who called them out for dragging their feet on the biggest game changer since Michael Jordan. It all blew up when A'ja revealed she'd known about her Nike deal for 2 years, even as she played the overlooked card when Caitlyn's contract was announced. The tweets, subtweets, and passive shots, all while sitting on a secret signature shoe. Manufactured drama at its finest. But that's what happens when a player transcends the sport, and some folks just can't handle it.
Price since 2021, it is down nearly 60%. Your executives and the people who are making these decisions, their stock options are worthless. Meanwhile, you have the single biggest needle mover in all of American sports since Michael Jordan, and you have somehow convinced yourself that you need to slow play this. Let me show you Google Trends search traffic for 4 female basketball players. There is one who only rivals Caitlin Clark, and that is Angel Reese, and you do not have her. She is over at Reebok. I am so confused as to how you would be so invested in the WNBA for several years, and you have been doing great work to try to elevate and uplift that league and many of the athletes there. But this seems like you have convinced yourself that this needs to be an either-or conversation. And we never have an either-or conversation in the men's sports. You have like 10 signature athletes. Half of them don't deserve a signature.
Now Nike has finally course-corrected, going all in on their biggest asset. That code commercial isn't just marketing. It's Nike realizing what they actually have. Caitlyn isn't just another WNBA player to be treated like an afterthought. She's a cultural force who draws everyone in. Families, kids, men who never watched women's basketball, and casual fans turned diehards. She's growing the entire universe of the sport. The ad ties her to Kobe's legacy in a way that feels real, not forced. She's been wearing Kobe since college, calling them her magic shoes, her babies. So when she channeled that Mamba mentality in the spot, it wasn't cosplay. It was the recognition of a kindred spirit. The late, great Kobe would have loved this. A player with the same relentless drive, the same killer instinct, and the same gift for elevating everyone around her.
The long-awaited, highly anticipated Caitlin Clark player exclusive, not her signature shoe. Remember, they're not creative enough to think of that. But that should be coming out in a few months as well. But the player exclusive, they're starting to give it the push. This is the rollout. We got a clothing line coming before the holidays. Let's see how many resources Nike puts behind Caitlin Clark now that we're going to start getting some of her merchandise coming out, and fans are
finally put her in a Super Bowl campaign with 9 other women, and all respect to them, but none of them are moving the needle quite like she is. Your tagline in that was "You can't win, so win." One of the best explanations I can come up with is that you are wringing your hands and afraid to enter into this politically divisive conversation that has been co-opted by the media and pundits who are race baiting and doing all kinds of ridiculous things around women's basketball. You can't win, so win. You have the unicorn, the chosen one, the one who everyone wants to hear from, and you were just sitting around Gatorade, State Farm, Gainbridge, Wilson Basketball, have all figured out how to have a point of view with Caitlin Clark. Please, for the love of God, figure